Shalom. Call Allah. Shalom. I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone and taught us this truth, peace, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. It's not going to be a long lesson. I just wanted to touch on a few things. I'm going through some things, as we all are. Being hopeful elect, hopefully we're those men. I'm not a hopeful elect to the degree of some of you other brothers, but other brothers need to, I say, look to the Lord for strength, because at times you're not going to feel like you as much Hebrew as the other brothers, or sometimes you might see a brother that might be feeling kind of down, and you feel a bit stronger than him. Give some comforting words, because this is a hard situation what we're going through. If we are not those men that are hopeful elects, then why are we going through these things? Why are we going through these things? Okay, so anyway, I want to just touch on this scripture right quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 20. The harvest has passed. This is speaking in past tense. I'm speaking on past tense, future tense is what I'm speaking on concerning this verse, because there are a lot of different things that are about to happen where we're going to come find ourselves at this point when we come to it. So actually, this is a future video really that I'm doing right now. The harvest has passed. What is the harvest? The harvest is when you took the time to do your work. Okay, and your work is our work is in this word and in pushing this truth, and that is our harvest. Our reward for this. The harvest is past. The summer is ended. Watch, when the time comes when we reach toward the end of the summer, when we reach toward the end of the summer, it's gonna be all out mayhem and hell. It's going to be all types of dead bodies laying around. It's going to be martial law. It ain't going to be no food in the grocery stores, no electricity, no running water, no natural gas for cooking and heating, no gasoline for commuting, none of these things, no services. Okay? Many people are going to have to accept the end of the U.S. government's aid and all these different things that's coming to an end. And we are not saved. We're not. We're not saved. We're not saved yet. We're saved when the time comes when we are delivered up into the chariots. That's when we are saved. That is when we are saved. Until then, we down here on this earth going through all out hell, dealing with these 2/3 and so forth. I got these hater neighbors. They don't want to let me have my motorhome. You see, they don't want to let me have the piece of my motorhome and have it on my field and live on my field, because we are as pilgrims upon this earth, okay? And so I got my motorhome, so I have me somewhere to live, because my buddy here, our little so-called friendship, again, the wheat and the terror. I'm the wheat, he's the terror, T-A-R-E. He's an Edomite that looks like one of us, and it's starting to be obvious that at this time Yahweh is starting to split us up, and so he started to flip and trip. And so I got to move from here. I bought the mobile home, so I had somewhere to move to. But my hater neighbors is using this cop, this female cop, this woman, this black, Latino, North American Indian woman, this woman cop. She won't leave me alone. She keep coming by putting stickers on my motorhome. Yeah, I gotta go to court, virtual court coming next month, because of this. And I just had a virtual court. She came in less than 1 hour after virtual court and placed another sticker on my motorhome, because she did not like the decision that the judge made. She didn't like it, so bam, she waited until I hung up, and then they had more words and conversations, and now boom, in less than 1 hour, she came and put another sticker on my motorhome. You see, if we're not these men, if we're not the hopeful elect, then why are we going through these things, right? And think not these things to be strange. It's Yahweh that's working with us, that's doing things. He's in our lives. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 5. He that gathered in the summer is a wise son, because in the summer you're supposed to take care of all your little business, get all your little this, that, and the other done. Why? Because winter's coming. When winters come, the ground is hard. There is no harvest. It's only survival time. That's it. Okay, but he that sleepeth in harvest, you see, in harvest, that means that's the time you're supposed to be working, supposed to be doing something. If you sitting back being lazy, especially pushing this truth, pushing this word, if you sit back being lazy, sit back being a slow belly, guess what? You're missing out on the harvest. You see, that sleepeth in the harvest is a son that causeth shame, because that's a shame unto you to be sleeping during the harvest. That's the time you should be gathering. That means that if you sleeping during the harvest, that means that you wasn't working. So you know you ain't got no harvest. You see, you got to do this work. Do the work so you know that you got a harvest coming from the Lord. When he comes, he's going to have our reward. He's going to have our crowns. He's going to have all these things. Yahweh Shai is going to have all these things. We got to do this work so that way we'll have a harvest to look forward to. Luke chapter 13, verse 25. When once the master of the house is risen up and hath shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not, whence ye are. You see? You see? Because if you don't take the time to do the work, that means you're not a friend to Yahweh Shai. You know, and remember, John chapter 10, verse 27, my sheep, they hear me, they know my voice, and they follow me. You see, so we know to follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and to do so means you have to have faith, because in order for you to have faith, in order for you to have works, you got to have faith. You see? So if you got works, that means you got a harvest. That means you have faith in the beginning, that in order for you to even do the work. You see? Because you can't do the work unless you got faith. You see? How do they work hand in hand? Faith and works go together. They must be together. Luke chapter 19, verse 44. And he shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation. We don't know. We don't know the time that the Lord is coming to visit you and see what you're doing, to see if you pushing this truth, to see if you pushing this word, to see what is you doing with your life. You been a slow belly? Are you sitting on your duff? Okay? Your laurels, you just sitting there ain't doing anything concerning this word? Then that means you ain't got no works. If you ain't got no works, that means you ain't had no faith. You ain't had no faith, that means you wasn't chosen in the first place. You see? Hebrews chapter 3, verse 7. Wherefore, as the Holy Ghost saith, today if ye will hear his voice. We got to hear the voice of Yahweh Shai and do his will. You know what I'm saying? Verse 8, harden not your hearts. Right, don't harden your hearts as in the provocation, in the day of temptation, in the wilderness, because it's wilderness that we're in, and we got to maintain a sane, level-headed mind and not go off, even though everything around us is going to be for many people to lose faith. You see? And we should not be hardened. If we are hardened to salvation. Don't be hardened to a damnation. Hardened to salvation, to where you're hearkened. You hear the word of the Lord, and you are hardened, okay, about what the Lord is doing to you. Not that you are cast away, but because Yahweh is not going to let any of his sons or his daughters be a bastard child. So he's going to take you through some things, okay, to harden you up, to toughen you up. The Lord said he shall make our foreheads harder than their foreheads. You understand? So they cannot gainsay us no matter how much they come up against us. The Lord is the one that has equipped us. You see? You see? Hebrews chapter 3, verse 9. When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. You see? I mean, you got a lot of people that don't know the ways of the Lord, just like these hater-ass neighbors. They started coming at me. They don't know the ways of the Lord. They didn't know nothing about giving the land a land Sabbath. They ain't never thought about none of that. I gave my land a land Sabbath. They ain't thought about nothing like that. you know. And so, and when you do that, the Lord will give the land back unto you as meat unto you. You see, for you to survive and live on that land. You see, so that's all I'm trying to do with my field down the street. I'm trying to just live on my land. I got my motorhome there and everything. Did they keep trying to take my, keep trying to come at me to have me to move my motorhome, and my hater neighbors? They want my field. First, before it was a field, it was a house there, a two-family flat that burned down. Once it was demolished and moved away, all I got left is the field. Now my hater neighbors, they want that. And they don't want me to have it. And they don't want me around. You see, so they're using this police officer, they're using her to come at me. She keep putting orange stickers on my motorhome, trying to get me to move it. I'm trying to put up a fence. She done made it clear that just because you got a fence there, you still got to move it. It's constant hell. It's constant hell. Look, I want to remind you to press the like button, and that helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel, and press the subscription button and the notification bell. That way you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. As good shepherds of the Lord, as always, our job is to feed the sheep. The water ever so much. This verse 11, so I swore in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest. You see? We got to be steadfast and strong and stay focused on what's going on with what we're doing. I got to maintain my focus on what I'm trying to do, no matter how much they come at me, because they're going to keep coming at me. They're not going to leave me alone. I'm even contemplating trying to put in a lawsuit against the officer so she can stop, because my hater neighbors is using her. They are all in conjunction with each other. They're all women. Okay? Those black, Latino, North American, Indian women. Okay? So we're going to read this last one and close it out. Hebrews 3 and 12. Take need, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart, you see, of unbelief. Maintain focus, because they want me to lose belief that the Lord is helping me and working with me, and the Lord is going to help me to defeat them. They want me to be of unbelief, but no, I know to maintain my focus on believing and knowing that this whole situation, Yahweh Shai, is in control of it all, and they can do nothing against me. No matter how much they envy me, they can do nothing against me, because Yahweh is the one that's keeping them at bay and got hedges around me. You see, in departing from the living God, you see, people ain't got enough faith to hold on, so they depart from the living God. They got to hold on. This is Hebrews 3 and 13. But exalt one another daily, while it is called the day. Right. While we still got the day, exalt each other. Lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. You see, we got to stay focused. Don't be, because we can easily go off. You see, and that's what they want. This is verse 14. For we are made partakers of Mashiach, if we hold the beginning of our confidence. See, you got to hold that confidence steadfast until the end. You see, until the end. You see, until the end. Okay, let's read this one more. I want to end it off right there. Just 15. While it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation. You see, and we're going to leave it off right there. You see, Lord's will, you were edified by today's lesson. If not, I pray that you were motivated or inspired or provoked to thought to do better. And hopefully you will put together some precepts that you can make a video that you can edify the sheep, because as always, our job is to edify the sheep. And so, brothers and sisters, hold on. We ain't got long. No matter how much they keep trying to come at you, these haters, these two-thirds, these heathens, these Edomites, these terrorists, those that look like us, but they're Edomites, hold on, hold fast, no matter what happens. Stay strong in the Lord, because that's all we got. This word, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Hold on and give encouraging words to the next brother or sister. Okay? So we're going to close this out. I'd like to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Stay strong. We ain't got long.